Hello YouTubers, this is Tutangamon. Welcome to another one of my benchmarking videos. In this video I'm going to benchmark Sid Meier's Civilization 6 on a single GTX 1070 paired with my old Core i5 2500. As always, this video is recorded with an external recorder, so what you will see in this video will be pure performance. I'm using my trusty old Core i5 2500, which is overclocked to 4.8 GHz. There it is. The system has 16 GB of memory, and the graphics card is a single GTX 1070 made by KFA2. Latest forks were installed, and it is also overclocked to 2 GHz, something that we will verify at the end of the video. Now I'm going to do four runs actually, 2 runs for the GPU and CPU benchmark in DirectX 11 mode, and one in DirectX, and another two in DirectX 12 mode. So let's start with DirectX 11. I am going to use, of course, the built-in benchmark of the game, since everybody is using that. Usually I don't care what everybody does, but in this case the built-in benchmark works for me. So, game options first. Graphics, let's see the advanced. I'm using the Ultra preset with 8 times multi-sampled anti-aliasing, as you can see here. Basically Ultra means maxed out. Also there are no higher, everything is ticked, and the drop down menus are in the maximum settings. Yes, I clicked something and that stupid thing thinks that I changed a graphic option. Ultra 1080p. Okay, so let's go to the benchmarks and run the graphics benchmark.
A world
first.
of information rests in the palm of your hand.
It is quite fast,
for instantaneous
about 1
communication
minute
span
and
the
another
globe.
minute for the
Yet
AI
a unified vision of our
benchmark.
future has never been built. We compete in technology, culture, and politics. We have deadly weapons that could destroy our planet. Lead us carefully, but boldly, and build a global community that can stand for years to come. And so it is upon your broad shoulders, Theodore Roosevelt, to charge forth and lead your people on their great adventure. Use your military might to give the peoples of your homeland the square deal they so desperately deserve. Surely, you will raise America into the limelight and attract visitors from across the oceans just to see your lands. Bully for you, Mr. President.
So the first run has finished. We have an average frame time of 12.9 milliseconds. Let's
A
benchmark
world
the
of
AI
information
now.
rests in the palm of your hand, and networks for instantaneous communication span the globe. Yet a unified vision of our future has never been built. We compete in technology, culture, and politics. We have deadly weapons that could destroy our planet. Lead us carefully, but boldly, and build a global community that can stand for years to come. The great wave of Buddhism follows you, Shikan of Japan, Hojo Tokimun. Your people truly understand what it is to practice balance, and even your finest samurai will be well learned and spiritually apt. Peace.
We have an average turn time of 15.95. So let's exit the game now and reload it in DirectX 12 mode, so we can see what kind of differences, if any, we will be looking at. A quick verification in the graphics options, ultra preset, maximum anti-aliasing, and let's go to the benchmark.
A world of information rests in the palm of your hand, and networks for instantaneous communication span the globe. Yet a unified vision of our future has never been built. We compete in technology, culture, and politics. We have deadly weapons that could destroy our planet. Lead us carefully, but boldly, and build a global community that can stand for years to come. And so it is upon your broad shoulders, Theodore Roosevelt, to charge forth and lead your people on their great adventure. Use your military might to give the peoples of your homeland the square deal they so desperately deserve. Surely, you will raise it.
We have an average frame time of 13.20 milliseconds. This is higher frame times than the GTX than the DirectX 11 shader path. So DirectX 11 is faster for the GTX 1070, and
A
let's
world of
see the
information
AI
rests in the
now.
palm of your hand, and networks for instantaneous communication span the globe. Yet a unified vision of our future has never been built. We compete in technology, culture, and politics. We have deadly weapons that could destroy our planet. Lead us carefully, but boldly, and build a global community that can stand for years to come.
We have an average dead time of 16.24, so I believe it was a little lower in the DirectX 11 shader path, I'm not sure. In any case, it is what it is for anyone interested. Let's go to MSI Afterburner and see what kind of graphs this benchmark has produced. First of all, we can see that the GPU usage is far from being maxed out in both runs. DirectX 12 GPU usage is actually a little higher for both runs, but still a lot of CPU limits are occurring in DirectX 12 as well. At least I think this is the CPU limit that is manifesting here. CPU usage is not extremely high. There are a lot of spikes in the CPU usage. This must be due to the weird code the game is running. A lot of AI and calculations you don't normally see in other games. The frame rate is quite good and surprisingly close to 60 frames per second. No, these are the 60 frames per second are the loading parts. Where we have GPU load, it is above 60 frames per second. Okay, I was worried there for a moment. I thought that I did something stupid. CPU temps also quite jittery. You don't usually see such CPU temps, CPU temp graphs. RAM usage 4.5 for the DirectX 11 and 5.8 for DirectX 12. Another interesting aspect of this video, more RAM needed for DirectX 12. The power of the card is at around 60 for the first run and 70 something for the second. GPU temps are okay. We did not have such huge GPU load anyway. The core clock stays indeed at 2 GHz, no problems whatsoever, and we have surprisingly high video RAM usage. 3.7 for DirectX 11, 3.4 for the AI test, 4.3 gigabytes for the first run of DirectX 12 and 4.2 gigabytes for the AI test. I'm not sure what this game is rendering, and it requires such high video RAM, but it is what it is, and we have reached the end of another benchmarking video. I hope you find it interesting, my friends. Keep it in your database, and as always, thank you very much for watching.